Hello, I'm Bob Kraus, President of the Veterans National Recovery Center. I'm here to describe to you how simple and easy it is for an employer to hire a veteran and receive a great tax credit for doing so. By hiring the veteran, you help yourself as you help the nation. In certain cases, the tax credit runs as high as $9,600 per year and generally runs in the $6,000 range, but can be as low as $2,400 per veteran. This depends on the circumstance of the veteran, as we will discuss. The veteran you hire will come to you complete with an investment of hundreds of thousands of training dollars, courtesy of the United States taxpayer. So not only do you get a credit, you receive a trained, seasoned, mature individual that has been trained on how to work in a team. In this presentation, you will learn how the tax credit works, how to apply for the credit, and where to get the tax credit comes through the Vow to Hire Heroes Act of 2011. Although the credit expires on December 31st, 2012, we anticipate that it will be extended for another year. Here is how the tax credit works. You will receive $2,400 credit for a new hire of a vet receiving food stamps. The food stamp program is also called SNAP. You will receive $2,400 in credit for a new hire of a vet who has been unemployed for at least a month. You will receive a $4,800 credit for a disabled veteran new hire for up to 1 year from the release of active duty without regard to time unemployed. You will receive a $5,600 credit for a new veteran hire that has been unemployed for at least 6 months, and you will receive a $9,600 credit for a disabled new veteran hire where the veteran has been unemployed for at least 6 months. The great news is that you can receive the complete credit on as many veterans as you can find. Cumulatively, at the $5,600 credit category for a veteran that has been unemployed for 6 months, if you hired 10 veterans, you would be able to enjoy a $56,000 tax credit. Finally, the paperwork threshold for the tax credit program is mercifully low. A single sheet form with the signature on the back provides all the information the government needs to start the process. So who can you hire? We have just discussed it briefly, and here is a more detailed assessment. We talked about veterans receiving food stamps or SNAP assistance. The new detail here is that the vet must have been on food stamps for at least 3 months of the preceding 15 months in order to. The disabled vet must be hired either within 1 year of discharge or 1 year from release of active duty if this is a veteran with a disability. Some veterans will be released from active duty but not discharged. This may be a soldier that is in the Guard or Reserve or a soldier being held for medical treatment. This is for a vet that has a service-connected disability and is unemployed. They must have been unemployed for at least 6 months of the preceding year. This does not have to be consecutive months. For this eligibility, the vet must be unemployed for at least 4 weeks, but not less than 6 months, during the 1 year period ending on the hiring date. For this eligibility set, the veteran must be unemployed for at least 6 months of the year preceding the hire. This 6-month period does not have to be in consecutive months. Unfortunately, some veterans do not qualify for the hiring tax credit for veterans. Relatives and dependents of the employer are disqualified. Business owners are disqualified, and former employees of the employer are disqualified. The key to receiving the credit is to get the veteran certified by the State Workforce Development Office. The State Workforce Development Office checks the records to ensure that the veteran in question meets the criteria for the tax credit. The form to use is IRS Form 8850, which is the pre-screening notice and certification request for the Work Opportunity Credit. This form can be found at www.irs.gov/Form 8850. This is the form that you need to fill out. The employer fills out the back of the form and signs it. As you can see, the information required for the veteran is quite minimal. It is simply the name, address, and Social Security number at the top of the front page of Form 8850. In the middle of page 1, the veteran checks the box for the category that he or she believes best fits his unemployment situation. At the bottom of the page, the veteran signs and dates the Form 8850. At the back of the form, the employer puts the employer contact data, which includes the employer EIN number. In the middle of the back page, the employer checks off the status of the hiring decision. Is it in process or is it final? Finally, at the end of the second page, the employer signs and dates the form. In Iowa, the completed form should be sent to Barbara Murray at the Workforce Development Administrative Center at the address shown here. Copies may also be emailed to Ms. Murray at the address shown. If you are from another state, the form should be sent to the Workforce Development Office in your state. A web address here is how you find it. Next year, when you fill out your corporate income tax return, if you are a for-profit company, you will need to get IRS Form 5884 in order to claim the credit. If you are a nonprofit concern, you will use IRS Form 5884-C. This will allow you to claim your credit as a nonprofit corporation. In conclusion, the Work Opportunity Tax Credit, which we refer to here as the Veterans Job Tax Credit, is simple, quick to complete, and can measurably add to your bottom line by reducing the costs of your labor. Please hire one of America's Patriots and try it out. You will be glad you did. Thank you for your time. This presentation has been brought to you by the Veterans National Recovery Center and PutVetsToWork.com. I'm Bob Kraus, President of the Veterans National Recovery Center. Thank you very much.